The state of the world is abysmal. It's actually quite stressful to see it.
All of us are worried and feeling the same things.
With suffering and global calamities engulfing the world, His Holiness Hazrat Mirza Masroor Ahmad, Khalifatul Masih V, has been the sole leader, constant in his efforts to unite all nations under a banner of peace. Through his Pathway to Peace campaign, His Holiness, may Allah be his helper, has guided world leaders to defend human rights around the world.
If human values and human rights are not upheld in one country or region, it has a knock-on effect upon other parts of the world.
I really actually respected this a lot today because I haven't really seen this done before, where other community members and religious members have been together in such a peaceful, respectful way.
Well, the theme is very important, right? Especially now. It's the same question: if God is here, so how come He allows all of that, right? And everybody is asking, even me too. They know that I'm a Christian, so they ask where is your God?
It's a really impactful subject to be examining, and to be examining it from the lens of so many different faiths and bringing women together is a wonderful event. I hope that through today's exploration, people will find a connection to their faith, to their spirituality.
Lajna members in Canada followed the guidance of His Holiness, may Allah be his helper, by holding their annual Interfaith Peace Symposiums during October.
We feel that at this point, everybody is suffering one way or another, and we wanted to reach out to them and tell them is that how Islam tells us to deal with the suffering.
The aim was to create a warm and inviting space.
So this question of why suffering exists seemed the most appropriate at this time. And it's something that is being discussed across the country.
We need to start connecting with our Creator, because the only way that we can find peace is that if we connect with our Creator and we find the peace within. And we cannot find the peace within ourselves unless we feel that there is a Supreme Being who is taking care of us.
We are too much away from the divine. The separation from the divine God is make us suffer.
However, it is that suffering that draws us back to the remembrance of God. That suffering is an integral part of our life. It means that it is a test for our faith. It should be gone through patience and resilience. It is not a sign that Allah does not love us. It is not a sign that Allah is mad at us. Rather, it is an opportunity for us to gain nearness to our God, the Creator.
Because often I find the suffering makes me softer. It gives me a more open heart, and it makes me more compassionate.
So when you see suffering in others, you should actively pursue ways that alleviate the suffering, seeking justice for them.
Human beings are spiritual beings. And what that means to me is that we all seek connection and sympathy and compassion. It is our duty to uphold hope as a community. Hope keeps us alive, keeps us going. It is a good antidote to all of our anxieties. I like the idea that it is faith that is an antidote to anxiety.
All attendees gained strength and support in sharing their hopes for a peaceful future.
We're able to come together and have these conversations and speak on a different level, and I really think that's important.
What keeps me bringing back is a lot of learning. Honestly, I don't think so I'm giving something to anyone here. I think so when I go back, I have my hands full. I learn a lot about different faiths.
Being here today is also a validation for me that we have a commonality, of that love and that compassion, that unity in community, and that there are many strands of commonality.
Community events are very, very important to bring people together. So by having events like this symposium, having different points of view, different ideas, different religions, have a discussion on how to help one another to find that peaceful medium.
doing things like symposiums and whatnot help us to recognize that we can love each other in a way that surpasses disagreements.
So I think this topic has really resonated with people and has been a source of actually bringing people together, strengthening community and providing a safe space for healing.
MTA News, Canada Studios.